Hey everyone, Clay Blackett here. We're going to be going over Stage 5, Rock the Ridge from the Clay's Cartridge Classic. We've got 5 different targets ranging from 540 to 595 yards. It's a very large pan left to right. The challenge here is going to be whether to use this as a positional only, using one bag stage, or whether you want to utilize a bag and a bipod, or a combination of the two. Austin's going to show you how he's going to do it.
This is a very difficult stage here. There's a lot going on. There's a really big pan. I mean, there's about a 65-degree pan between all the targets, and you're shooting multiple positions. So first off, I want to build a dope card that has each individual wind angle for each individual target, so I don't get lost. If you try to set all your targets from one direction, you're jumping velocities between the two because the angle changes so much. So to simplify this the best I can, I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to look at where all my targets are. I want to point a reference for every target and memorize that. And then I want to look at how the rocks are and what rock sets up better for each target. So the stipulation on this, so we can shoot rocks in any order. You can just shoot one rock with 2 rounds from any one rock. So you have to shoot them all. And so when I look at this, I want to see where I can shoot my bipod and bag, and where I might need to shoot a bag. Now, almost every time you're gonna be able to see your shots on plate and off plate. You're gonna be able to get more accurate measurements when you get your bipod and bag down. Regardless, it's just easier to see. You have a much wider point of contact, a wider fulcrum, it's easier to see. So anytime I can shoot with a bipod and bag, that's what I'm gonna choose to do. So for the first target, it sets up really well for this nice flat rock. I can get down, I'm gonna be in a nice squatted position, basically a modified prone. I'm gonna get a really good wind call off my first couple of shots. Now looking at this rock, I can see that I can straddle this with a bipod. I can run a bag in the rear, and it sets up really good for the direction for target 2. So I'm gonna do a little bit of jumping around. I'm gonna shoot target 1, I'm gonna shoot target 2. Now I need to make a decision back here on these rocks. This rock, you can pretty much shoot any of the 5 targets from it, no problem. So I can choose to shoot that rock at any time. Now this rock might look challenging to shoot with a bipod and a bag, but depending on what target you choose to shoot from this rock, it can be done. So as I look, target 3 sets up fairly good for it. I'm concerned about how high I'll have to have my bag in the rear because of the angle of it. But I know target 4, just by looking at it, will actually set up pretty well to be able to run a bipod and a bag. So likely, I'm gonna go here for target 3, and I'm gonna jump back to here for target 4. And then whenever I go to target 5, which is a really large pan, you're panning way over, this flat rock, I can tell, looking at it, I can pretty much shoot any of the rocks from it. I may have to do a little bit of bipod adjust, but not a lot, but I'm gonna go ahead and choose to shoot target 5 from this. So it kind of flows. So I'm doing some jumping around, but I kind of want to flow as much as I can because, you know, we have a 2-minute time limit. It's gonna take a little bit of time getting into positions, but I only actually have to adjust my bipod once to be able to shoot this rock and then back down to shoot this, so I'm not jumping around adjusting a bipod a lot. Okay, so right before I'm gonna go, I'm gonna do a couple of last checks here. You know, I'm gonna make sure my bipod height is set where I need it. I wanna make sure I have my dope on. I wanna take one last feel of the wind here, okay? Do I feel like it's about what I think it is, what I have rolled in, what I have dialed in? Do I think I need more? Do I think I need less? I think I'm pretty close. This first position is gonna give me a really good indication of that. So I like the flat rock. Get in a really nice position. I'm gonna make sure my scope's level. Okay, impact, look very center. Sending the same shot. Okay, there's just a touch on the left, so I needed to shade about a 1/10 off, and I have that information on my arm from that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and roll that 1/10 off, dial my next dope before I ever move, so that I'm already set up for that next target, okay? Picking up, moving, building my position, locating my target. Get my bag up here. Okay, now I'm ready. Level up. Okay, look like a pretty good center hit. Okay, still in center. So now I've got a really good indication of what I need for the next target for my wind calls, which is actually taking a 1/10 off. Moving. Same deal as earlier. I'm orienting my muzzle with the target when I lay it down every time. I don't want to have to hunt for my target for very long, okay?
Felt the wind just pick up a little bit there. I'm probably gonna shade just a little bit more on this one. Okay, good thing I did, good center hit. Perfect. Okay, change my dope. Go ahead and click my leg out. Be ready for this position. I want to find a good spot on this rock to put it where my rifle's not going to slide around a lot. Okay. Okay, just off the right, making my correction. Okay, right in the center. So now I know, carry that on down to the next one. Gonna be somewhere around 7/10. Moving on. Collapse my leg back up. Just a little on the left on target. I'm gonna shade a little bit right, about 1/10. Split the difference. All right, so this is stage 5 at Clay's Cartridge Classic. I ran you through the rocks, showed you a little bit of the pre-stage prep, get your angles right, really watching where you're hitting plates so you can make corrections for the next target. Stay tuned for more pro tips on the PRS. See you at the next match.